Hey everybody, I'm Jack.
I'm Jake.
This is Live at 5, Live at 5:03. A little behind. I was selling a guitar. That's what Keith likes to hear, right? So if you're behind doing other things, but because you were selling a guitar, that's what we like around here. So congratulations to the gentleman that just took home a brand new PRS SE Silver Sky. There you go. And he got the Maryland flag guitar strap to go along with it. So
Nice.
good little combination there.
Yeah.
Whew. It's hot out today, which means it's pretty warm on the stage. The rest of the store has air conditioning. The stage does not.
Imagine with all the photography equipment being on.
Yep. Poor photography team. Anyways, let's check out these cool guitars that are behind us. I had to grab things pretty quick just because I've been pretty busy running around the shop today. So I didn't grab a lot of the new stuff that's hanging out, but next week I'm going to go through and do a little inventory, and I'm going to make sure we have all new stuff for the whole episodes. That'll be pretty exciting for that. Relatively new. It might be a couple weeks since the release date or maybe a month, but a lot of stuff that we haven't covered yet just because I end up spending most of my time on Thursday catching up on things and then running around in the afternoon. So we'll get there. We'll figure it out. So we got a couple cool things here. Things that have been out for a little while, but they're back in stock and that are pretty exciting, pretty cool. That's pretty much all we're touching up on right there. So, great example of that is the Koa Plus. It's the GS Mini E Koa Plus. Fantastic sounding guitar. These things are incredible. They come with the Aeroflight case. But what's really nice about this is it's a GS Mini, but because it's from the Plus series, it has the ES2 electronics. It's not messing around with the small ESB style electronics that they were using on GS Minis. So you get the playability, the comfort, the style of the GS Mini with the sound and tonal luxury of a full standard size Taylor. And like I said, with the Aeroflight case, it's a phenomenal guitar. Great addition for not only any Taylor guitars enthusiast, but just anyone who likes a really nice quality compact size guitar. I think for the last year and a half, I've been going nonstop ranting and raving about the Squier Sonics. This is a pretty cool one. This is the Ultraviolet. So it's just a Strat, standard Squier Sonic Strat, but it comes in this really nice ultraviolet purple finish. We just put it on the floor not too long ago, so I wanted to show it off and showcase it just because it's a fun little piece.
Yeah.
3 single coil pickups, 5-way switch, standard floating trem from Fender. It's a 9.5-inch radius on the neck, C-shaped neck, maple neck, laurel fingerboard. So just a fun little thing from Squier. Maybe someone's looking for an interesting color guitar. Fantastic way to go. And like I said, the Squiers hold up. They do a really great job of bringing the Fender quality of build, construction, playability, all that, to in a very, very affordable price range. They come in at right around $230 right now. So kudos to Fender and Squier coming out with these Sonics. Love this color.
And it's a good base line for upgrades as well.
Of course, yeah, because unlike the Affinities, where you had like a bridge you couldn't really do anything with,
Yeah.
Depending on which one you bought, the Sonic is really nice because it looks like, yeah, standard. You get your 3 screws there to go into a block in the back. So FU Tone makes the import blocks. So you just screw that onto the bottom of the plate. If you really wanted to, get some really nice strings thrown on there, get some good old String Joy, the Orbiters, throw those on here. You can upgrade the tuners, upgrade the pickups. What's really nice about Fender is a lot of it is just kind of drop right in, replace, and modify your kind of stuff. So you could get this guitar for $230, throw all kinds of modifiers into it, and have a really nice guitar, and you'd still only probably be like $500-600.
Yeah.
Because you can modify this well enough that it would be better than that standard series from Fender that's currently being made in Indonesia for $599, $699, $599. And you could upgrade this for roughly the same amount of money, and I personally think it would be a better guitar. Speaking of upgrading Fenders, good segue there. Didn't plan that, just happened naturally. This is the Player 2 modified. This replaces the Player Plus. So we all remember I was a big fan of the Player Plus series of guitars. I like the rounded edges on the fretboard, the locking tuners, the noiseless pickups. Basically, that is now this. And that's really it. It's still noiseless pickups. It's still the Olympic pearl finish on this specific guitar. Still rounded edges, still locking tuners. So basically that Player Plus, if you were looking for one, you were trying to find that style guitar, it's off the market. Those colors may not be available, but there's the Player 2 modifieds, which some of the colors are still around. Some are new, some are gone. So if you were looking for the Player Plus and you just missed it, come on in and check out the Player 2 modified. They're the same guitar, just with a different name. And I'm excited for that because, let's be totally honest.
Okay.
I'm going to be totally blunt. I love Fender. Oh no. Whew. Watch that headline. That's going to get me in trouble right there. I love Fender. But the problem that I've always had with Fender is as a salesperson, it's hard to explain Fender to people who don't really understand that, yes, Fender has a butterscotch telly, but what you're not aware of, that butterscotch telly exists in the Sonic series.
Yep.
It exists in the Classic Vibe. It exists in the Standard. It exists in the Player 2. It exists in the Pro 2, in custom shops, and everything on and up from there. So you have at least 6 butterscotch blonde tellies in 6 different series of guitars.
Yep.
In the series of guitars, the names kind of are mismatched and they kind of fall together here and there. But Fender, and we're going to see this over the next several months because they have some new products that are going to be rolling out. Fender is rolling a lot of the names together and bringing these product lines together. So instead of having a Player 2 and a Player Plus, it's the Player 2 and Player 2 modified. And this is going to bring it all together, step it up into the next range of things. And we're going to see that coming down the line. Slight renaming, but everything's still the same. So you're not losing what you were looking for. It's just going to have a different name to it. So this we'll get to in a second because I'm just very excited those are back.
I can tell.
Those are fun guitars. This is a fun guitar.
Okay.
This is the YY20 from Ibanez. It is the Yvette Young signature. It's a fantastic guitar, very like offset Jaguar Jazzmaster Telly style kind of guitar. But it has these really nice single coil Telly style pickups in there. Just 3-position blade, Goto locking tuners. The neck shape I really like though, because she also has a guitar, I think it's the YY10, and it's a Strat style kind of guitar with the pickup configuration, but the neck on that is fatter, more like a 50s style neck. This comes in closer, I'd say. This is very flat, so there's not really many Fender necks that are actually going to compare to this. It's a true blue Ibanez neck, but in like a Fender fashion, so it's pretty cool. Also just love the orange sparkle finish. It's a fun look to it. Great guitar, sounds great. Wanted to highlight it because Yvette Young also just released a new song, and I thought it was, hey, buy the guitar, learn how to play the new song, and it's a win-win right there. That's what it is. And then, now that it's back, I'm so excited. These have been back ordered for a while because the first batch just sold like crazy. This is the TAG 3C, C3, TAG 3C from Yamaha. And you might be thinking, that looks kind of familiar, or because I went so fast, you didn't see those episodes, you might be thinking, what is that? This is the newest model from the Yamaha Trans Acoustic guitar line, the C obviously cutaway. But what's really cool about this guitar is that this guitar has a built-in looper. And the controls on it are very simple. I don't have a way to usually show you the controls right now just because of how we're set up. But it's a simple power on, option go there. I recorded something the other day, and this is going to be a great test to find out that if I turn the guitar off and turn it back on, is my loop still existing? It is not. Let's see, looper engaged. Hey! Yeah, I can control the level of the loop from the side of the guitar. So, let's see if my microphone will pick it up. Not very well.
A little bit.
So, what's really cool about this guitar, I'm just gonna leave it hanging while the loop plays. Looping factor aside, sorry, Jake. Looping factor aside, it's a great guitar. It's a rosewood body, solid Sitka spruce top, and it just sounds like a great guitar. So maybe you can't figure out how looping works, and that's totally fine. But this has a really smart sensor in there because what's really nice is this tap button on the top. That's what this little mini rosette on the side is for. Rosette is the wood that goes around the sound hole. That's a sensor. So you start playing your guitar, you tap the sensor, it begins your loop. Play again, it does your overdub, and then that's how all that is controlled. But there's a smart kind of sensor because obviously your hand comes away from the guitar to hit it. So you're going to lose a little bit of time. This adapts to a an nth of a timing percentage, but it picks up to a degree on your timing and kind of calibrates it all. You, as a musician, still have to put in some effort to land on the one, or just before the one. And so you still have to put an effort on your timing, but this really helps you pull it all together. It's also just a gorgeous guitar. It comes with a really nice, like hard bag, soft case kind of thing. Controls on it are very simple, so if you ever have any questions about it, come on in and see me about the controls, or maybe next week I'll try and figure out how to do a cool video where I highlight the controls and kind of walk everybody through it. It's chargeable, so the controls for the looper come with this really unique charging cable, so don't lose that. And it's just a fun guitar. It's a unique piece. You don't see it too often out in the wild. I've got, what, 2 of them in stock right now? One in each finish?
I think so.
We just got them in, and
in my system.
they probably won't be around for too much longer because the last batch didn't last very long either. Once we started posting and advertising about them, people were like, oh, they're back. Gotta grab me one. So that's it. That's it today. Just real quick. A few things that I found that were, updates to the Fender lineup that we may not have discussed, but they've been out for a little bit. Fun colors of things that have existed. Models that have been out for a little bit, but they're finding new life because artists are starting to recreate and put some new stuff out there. So I thought I'd show that off to you.
That's the only one that we have as far as I can see.
Oh, the other one must have sold already. See what I mean, folks? Better get it while you can.
One more. Yeah, that's the only one.
See, I wasn't lying. I wouldn't lie to you. All about honesty here at Island Music Company. So that's all we got. Quick show. Next week, we're going to highlight some of the newer products. There's one very brand new thing that I'm hoping we'll still have next week because it launches earlier in the week. But we're one of maybe less than 50 stores that already have it in stock. So I'm expecting, like, once it goes live, I'm expecting it to not sit around for too long. Basically, I think it goes live on a Wednesday, and we do the shows on Thursday. So I'd love someone to buy it, but I'd also love to be able to talk about it. So obviously, I can't tell you what that is. We'll find out next week. So this was the GS Mini E Koa Plus. So it's a GS Mini, all Koa body with the ES2 electronics. Nice shaded edge burst, aero case. The Player 2 Modified, which replaces the Player Plus in the lineage of Fender guitars. You have your Player noiseless pickups. You have your nice pearlescent style body finish, rounded edges on the fretboard, locking tuners. Fantastic guitar, well worth the investment in the money if you're thinking about looking for just a slight step up in quality from the Player 2 series. The TAG3C, still playing my faithful loop that I made the other day. It's a 3-piece loop, which is cool because it's a fun little way to advertise the guitar here in the store. Fantastic guitar. Take the looper aside if you can't figure that out. It's still just an amazing guitar. Sounds great, plays great. Amazing resonance, sustaining tone. So if you're looking to record with it, you know, you stick a microphone in front of it, it's still going to sound like amazing guitar. It is not a gimmick. I'm going to make that very clear. It's not some cheap toy. Like, this is a real guitar with a real looper built into it. Real digital effects, delay, reverb, chorus. Fantastic guitar, the Yamaha TAG3C. The Squier Sonic Strat, 3 single coil pickups, 9.5-inch radius C-shaped neck, ultraviolet purple finish. Fantastic guitar, and like I said, you could modify this guitar and still come out on top from what you spent on it because Fender just did a great job at building a great quality guitar at like a great base to build off of. And then the YY20 from Ibanez, the Yvette Young signature model. Fantastic guitar. Like I said, she released new music and it's getting all kinds of traction. So I just want to throw this out there and let you all know that we do have her guitars in stock. So if you're looking to get into the Yvette Young style guitars, we've got that. And we have the YY10 also here in stock. So thanks for tuning in today. I don't think we have anything pressing coming up. It's the middle of the month, so it's not like we have Uke Jam.
Oh.
No, that's it. I'm Jack.
I'm Jake.
This is Live at 5. We'll see you next week.
See you.